Hey everyone! Happy Thursday! It's Jen here. You know, sometimes it's nice to look at things from a different perspective. It's World Snake Day, so I thought I would crawl around like a snake. Hey, Jen. Oh! Hi, Kat! Kat is a science communicator here on the 3rd floor at Science North.
Hi, I see you're celebrating World Snake Day in true Jen fashion.
Yeah, except I think I need a little bit of help. My crawling isn't working really well. I think I am forgetting something really important about snakes. Maybe you can help me.
I think I have something that can help. Follow me.
Looks like I'm gonna learn some stuff about snakes.
So Jen, this is the wetlands lab, and this is where some of our snakes live.
Wow, they have really nice habitats.
Let's have a look at one of our snakes. So this is one of our fox snakes. Let's take a look at how he moves, because you were using something that he wasn't using. Have a close look.
I know what I did wrong. Snakes don't have hands. They kind of use their bellies in order to move. Cat, this still doesn't seem to be working.
Let's have a closer look at him, because they actually have very impressive bodies. And that's because of these scales all on their belly. Can you see them?
Mm-hmm.
So these scales are actually what they use to move. All of their scales are connected to their ribs and their muscles, and this is what allows them to slither. Their scales actually grow with them, and that's one of the things that can lead to them shedding their skin.
Oh, but humans can't do that.
Actually, we do. But we don't shed all at once like a snake does. Instead, we shed a little tiny piece, about the size of a piece of dust, at a time. And that helps keep our skin healthy.
But I still don't understand how they move.
Snakes have many ways of moving and create many different patterns with their bodies, due in part, mostly, to a snake's several hundred vertebrae and extraordinarily complex, multi-segmental muscle chains composed of elongated and interconnecting segmental muscles and tendons.
What?
Like us, snakes have muscles and tissues. Now these muscles and tissues are attached to their scales. So by contracting these muscles and releasing them, they're able to move.
That is so cool. So if I had really strong ab muscles, I'd be able to propel myself forward like a snake?
Yeah, kinda. Now the really cool thing, something I find really neat, is snakes can actually move in different ways depending on how they use their muscles, like side-winding, serpentine, and the inchworm motion.
And these movements are based on how they use their muscles and place them on the ground?
Yeah, why don't you try the inchworm?
Okay. Like this, and then that's not so bad.
Yeah, you moved like a snake. How about we go check out another snake? Come on. Let's go. This is a gray rat snake. They're actually found here in Ontario, but unfortunately, they're a threatened species.
Oh, well, hello there, snaky snake. Oh, I guess they can't really shake hands, can they?
No hands, no feet, but that's something that's really cool about them.
What's that they can't shake hands?
Yeah, that's actually a modification that snakes have undergone. Evolution, right? So these snakes, depending on where they wanted to hunt, some of them wanted to hunt in burrows. It's much easier for an animal to move through a burrow without having any arms or legs. So they've actually evolved to have no hands, no feet, no arms, no legs.
Wow, that is so cool. Such an interesting evolutionary trait.
You know what else? Snakes actually can't hear you either.
What?
Yeah, they have no external ear. They have an inner ear, so they can pick up vibrations, but they can't actually hear the same way we can.
But they do talk. I mean, I've seen all the...
Something actually really cool with that is snakes don't have vocal cords. They actually can't make any sound. Sometimes you do hear something that sounds like a hiss. That's them just forcing air out through their mouth. It's not actually hitting any vocal cords. Kind of like you going...
Wow, that is so cool. So snakes don't have hands, don't have feet, don't have legs, don't have hearing, and can't talk, don't have vocal cords, but they're still really cool.
Really cool.
Hey, Kat, what's the snake doing with its forked-like tongue? It looks like it's licking everything.
That's actually a really good question. So you see him sticking his tongue out like that. He's smelling. So he uses his tongue, he sticks it out, gets it covered in all the different smells that are in the air, pulls it back into his mouth, and then he wipes it up on the roof of his mouth, where he has something called a Jacobson's organ, which is connected to his nose. And in doing that, it helps him to smell. It's kind of like you reaching out, touching something, and then bringing it back to your nose for a close smell.
Oh, so this is their way of probing an area or kind of detecting their surroundings or an object.
Yeah, exactly. Snakes don't really rely on their eyesight. They rely more on their sense of smell. So their tongue, right? And they use this to actually perceive the world around them. They find food that way. They find basking sites. They find places to hide. It really helps them understand where they live.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Kat. Now that you mentioned food, I'm remembering that I'm a little bit hungry. That's a good question. What do snakes like this one eat?
So depending on the snake, here in Ontario, we have two main different types. We have snakes that like to eat things like rodents, so warm-blooded, or endotherms, prey, and snakes that like to eat things that are cold-blooded, or ectotherm, like worms and frogs and that sort of stuff. This one here, she is a gray rat snake. Can you guess what she likes to eat?
Not porcupines. I'm assuming rats.
Yeah, she is mainly a rodent eater, so things like rats, mice, but she'll also eat things like birds and bird eggs.
So they don't eat cookies because, I mean, if they did eat cookies, I would offer some.
Yeah, no cookies for her, unfortunately.
Wow, Kat, thank you so much for teaching me about snakes. They're such fascinating creatures. I really enjoyed everything.
You're welcome.
If you have any questions about snakes, let us know by leaving a comment. Or stop and ask Kat the next time you see her here at the Science Center. I'm sure she would gladly answer any questions you have about snakes, like she did mine. Bye, Kat. Have a great day.
Bye, Jen.
Now, I'm super glad that our Science Center has really clean floors, but I'm gonna stick to walking on 2 feet. That was such a great episode. Now, if you have any ideas on things that I should learn next, let us know by leaving a comment below. See you next time on Jenn Learns Stuff!